Hey guys, welcome to my channel Linux King. My name is Salman Francis, and today is our third video of our RHCE 8 video series. And today we are going to take a look at what Ansible ad hoc commands are and how they work. I have prepared a document for this, and today's video is going to be very interesting because we will be doing some labs actually to understand the concept. So let's start. So Ansible ad hoc commands. The word ad hoc means something for immediate need or particular purpose. And the ad hoc commands in Ansible uses Ansible command line tool to automate the task on one or more nodes. And these commands are quick, and these commands are used for non-repetitive tasks actually. And the modules can be used with ad hoc commands to complete the task. Modules are also referred to as task plugins. So I have tried to explain the ad hoc command in a very simple manner, and this is from the very beginning, like from the very definition and what is the purpose of these commands. And the syntax is simple, like we will write Ansible, then -i and inventory if it's not a default, if the inventory is not in the default file, then you need to mention it, and then the group or host or node on which you want to run this command, and then the module. Okay, and then you can mention the arguments also with -a. So we will take a look at it in our examples. Okay, for example, here is one very simple example, like Ansible -i inventory, web server, this is the group, and -m ping, and module is the module which we will use as ping. So let me show you this in action actually. And we are going to use the same machines, Dragon, Raptor, and T-Rex. Okay, so let me show you the host if we already have information of Raptor and T-Rex. Okay, we have them. You can see this, and we can ping them. Perfect, and ping T-Rex. Okay, working fine. Okay, let's go to our inventory file. If you remember, we are working in LAMP directories project. Here we have created our project and the inventory file. I have also created one script today. I'll show you. So let me take you to our inventory file first. Okay, over here you can see that the web server group has Raptor and T-Rex, and the DB group has T-Rex only. We are not going to use DB group today. And then we have the servers. This is all our previous inventory file which we created, okay? But our main focus will be on web server group. That's Raptor and T-Rex. Okay, so if you remember that to use the module, write Ansible -i inventory file. And our focus is web servers group, and module which we want to use is ping. And over here you can see it's success. So this is working fine. Okay, what next? Okay, now to take help for this Ansible modules and all the ad hoc commands, you will type Ansible -doc -list. This is to get the list of all the modules and all the information about the modules. Okay, and let's say if you want to get information regarding some particular module, for example user, let's say, what you can do, and over here we have this user module. So what we can do is we can use Ansible -doc and -user. Sorry, no dash, only user. And then it will give you all the information about the user module. So this module is maintained by Ansible core team, and you can append authorization. You can use authorization. These are the attributes actually, or you can say that the arguments for this user module. Okay, and we will see this in action in a couple of minutes. So let's move forward. Okay, let's say if you want to get some information. For example, to get help for a particular module, let's say for example yum, you will write Ansible -doc yum. Like we have already seen the same example for user module. Okay, perfect. And now we are going to start a lab. Okay, what we need to do in this lab, and by doing this lab we will understand the basic concept behind these ad hoc commands. And please do comment, please do write comments if you like such videos, so I can make more videos. And do share this with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, so the lab. Set up web server in nodes belonging to the web server group. We have this web server group we have already seen from this inventory file. Here is the web server group nodes, Raptor and T-Rex. So the main idea is set up web server in nodes belonging to the web server group in inventory file. Start the web server, create an index file and copy it to this directory, var www html on both servers, like in web server nodes. Create user 8 pings in web server nodes, make user part of Apache group, check size of drives using df on web server nodes. Okay, and then test if all works. So this is the lab requirement. What we need to do is, first we need to set up the web server and then create an index HTML file. I'm just going to create one. Okay. These servers are from web server group in Ansible. Okay. Okay, now we have already created the inventory, like the index file, and what we need to do is, first thing is we need to make sure that we need to set up a web server on both Raptor, and over here you can see we don't have anything such as Apache or Apache is there, by the way. I think we installed it. Okay, let me remove it. -y. Okay, perfect. We don't have one now, and let's check the same on T-Rex. Okay, perfect. Now we don't have this thing on Apache, like we don't have Apache on T-Rex and Raptor. So first thing, with Ansible Ad-Hoc command, we are going to install Apache in our T-Rex and Raptor. So to do that, we will use Ansible -i inventory, of course, and our focus is web servers. And module I'm going to use is yum. Okay, and the argument is what I want to install. Name is equals to httpd and state is equals to present. So if I want to remove it, I will use it absent here. So let's try that. Press enter. Okay, so we have something failed, and what is the reason? Interpreter Python user bin Python. This command has to be run under the root user. Okay, so we will use -b. Okay, and I think it's installed. Let's try it again. So dash B means to become a root user. And let's go here on our machine, and this time RPM query A. And perfect, we have it here now. Next time we are not going to use it directly, we will try to check it from remotely, but just to show you guys that perfect, now it's installed. So Apache is installed, and if I try to do it again, it will show me green color, which means that it's nothing has been changed. Okay, so you can see that changed is equals to false. Over here change is equals to true. So perfect, we have installed our first requirement is filled. Second requirement is to start the web server. Okay, and to do that, same thing, like we will use Ansible-I inventory web servers, and this time instead of yum we will be using service module, and the argument we are going to use is state is equals to started. Perfect. So without any error, we have successfully completed our second task. Okay, then we have created our index.html, you already know, and now what we need to do is we need to copy this to our cd/var www html over here. So we have index.html over here. So, but this is something else. So I'm going to just remove this index.html. These are from our previous from both the machine. Okay, so now we don't have index.html. So now what we need to do is we need to copy this Ansible-I, and again, like we will use the same thing. And this time the module what I'm going to use is copy, and the attribute the argument I'm going to use is source this time, and source is like current source, and it is opt/lamp/index.html, and then I need the destination is dest, and of course it is /var/www/html. Okay, let's try this. And if all goes okay, the file will be copied. And let's check this. Okay, perfect. So over here we have the index.html, and we have index.html over here as perfect. So this is done. Okay, and now what next? Next is we need to create a user actually. So what we need to do is we need to create a user over here. Let's check if we have itpings user here. So cat. And I hope you guys understand what I'm doing. So we have itpings here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this user here. And now the user is gone. Same command over here. Let's check if the user is here. Yeah, we have itping, so I'm going to remove it. It's going to be sudo userdel itpings. Okay, user ping is gone, it pings. Okay, perfect. So now we don't have any user here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I need to create a user over here. But first thing first, over here you can see that To create a user, we will use this command ansible-i inventory-m user, and the argument is the name of the user, and the password should be encrypted password. So from where we can get the encrypted password? So what we need to do is we can either use this command python-c, like C is for command, and import crypt and getpass. These are the two libraries we need to import, and then we use the crypt .crypt function to encrypt the password whatever we will type. So but for this I have already created a script for this, and it's called pass encrypt script. Let me show you what's inside it. So it's a very simple thing, like I have imported the crypt library and the getpass, and then print crypt.crypt and getpass. Same thing, but you can write it on the command line or you can create a script. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one password, and to use this you'll use, okay, the password is ABC123. And from here you can see $6 means that it's using SHA-512, okay, SHA-512, SHA-512, and you need to copy the entire up till this end, or from the end to the very beginning, just copy it. Okay, it's let's make sure you're not copying anything else. Okay. So this is the encrypted password, and now what we need to do is we will use the user command. Module is user, and the argument is name. What name user we want to create? It will be itpings, and the password we are going to use is equals to Control-Shift-V. Okay. Now one very important thing for which I almost spent 2 hours last night, and it was in Ansible, like latest Ansible, this quotation mark is not going to work. Like the user will fail. So I can show you this. The user will be created. I don't know if it's a bug or something, but the user will be created, but it won't be logging in. You cannot log in with that user. So let me show you that. Okay, so user is created. To prove it, I'll show you in one of our machine. We deleted itpings from here, if you remember, and now you can see that itpings is there. Okay, so user is created, but if I try to log in with this user, it's asking for the password, and it was ABC123, and you can see I am not able to log in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I cannot log in. You can see that. I tried again. I'm not typing wrong password. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to resend the password, but this time it's going to be with a single quote. If guys from Ansible are watching this, please take a look at your command. It's also not properly written in Ansible.doc website as well. So this time if I press enter, and you can see that the change is true, and this time if I go and the same password, I'm going to use the same password, ABC123, and voila, perfect. I'm in Raptor with who am I, itpings, perfect. So just keep a note of this, okay? So this is very important, and I have mentioned this. So B becomes like to become root to perform the task at remote end, and place close attention to the sign of this single quotation instead of double quotation, because before name double quotations will not work, and it took me 2 hours to fix. You have seen this over here. Okay, and last but not least, what we need to do is we need to check the disk space. So we need to, in order to run or check the disk space, what we are going to use is we are going to use this command. So just go to our machine. So and this time we are going to use module shell. It's called shell. Press enter, and over here you can see that Raptor's information is here and T-Rex information is there. So this is perfect. We have completed all our tasks and completed it successfully. And now let's go to our web page and check if these the web servers are working. So it was 192.168.1 okay, and asking for you. I think I have password protected them. Let me remove the password protection. Alright guys, so I had to clear some cache and remove some virtual hosting because it was messing up with our current configuration. So virtual hosting was from my last videos. So now this time I have removed the virtual hosting. Everything is intact. I have not changed anything else. And now this time if we go to our same IP address, voila. So these servers are from web servers group in Ansible, and we can do the same for our other machine. This was for Raptor. Let's do it for our T-Rex. So for that I have to, because these are clones, so I need to go into individual computers. I have to rename them. So over here it's done. Okay, IP address is 150 this time. Okay, and perfect. So these are the same machines. You can see 150 or only 60. So we have successfully completed our task. So what we did, let me just recap. We built a web server into our web servers group, created the index.html file, created the user, it pings. Okay, perfect. So this is how it's done. And one last thing before we leave, I just saw this, that we need to make it pings member of group Apache. And at the moment, if we go to any of our machine, let's say Raptor or T-Rex, and if I type ID it pings, it's not member of Apache right now. So what we need to do is we need to make it member of group Apache. So with this what we can do is we can use the command Ansible -i inventory and web servers -m. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we don't need the password actually. -m user module, and argument we are going to use user is it pings, and we need to make it member of both it pings and Apache group. So we can use append is equals to yes, and groups is equals to Apache and it pings, and become root. Okay, I think I did some mistake. Let's check. Yep. Here's need the single quotation mark -b. Okay, and now if I go and write ID it pings, perfect, it's member of group Apache and it pings. So we can check with etc groups command. Sorry, group command, and over here you can see it pings exist and Apache exists, and the member is it pings, and it pings also has member of it pings. So perfect, we have successfully completed all the tasks. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please keep looking for more videos. Until then, keep yourself safe and God bless. Goodbye.